Happy Saturday, YouTubers. So today, we're going to take you on a little guided tour of our trails, or the trails, I should say, at Hurricane Hollow. So this is Rocky Rockville. Robert hates the fact that I named this Rocky Rockville. He thinks that's a ridiculous name, but I actually like it. Not so rocky through here. The rocky bit starts on the next part. So Rocky Rockville. I like Rocky Rockville because I think it gets just a little bit technical without being very technical. Just kind of getting past the rocks that are going to come up here. And it's a little tight in a few spots, so that's kind of fun. So it's like an easy trail with a little bit of technical stuff. Like the part where we go over the logs, that's kind of fun and easy still. So let's see, so today I went to go get my bike and found that it had fell over in the shop. So, not sure why, but it did. And there was oil all around it. Gas was completely drained out, so I filled the gas up, and hopefully it'll be okay. We'll find out. So I'm riding my trials bike today. I'm not on the beta at the moment. Later I'll pull out the beta. So this is the part where I say it gets just a little bit technical without really being difficult. Still what I would sure consider beginner friendly. So I'm not riding fast because, like I said, I'm on my trials bike. So this is Rocky Rockville, and now we're coming up onto the first part of Onion Camp Trail. Let's go down a gear and see how we do. Just kind of trying to die. Maybe I was just in too tall a gear. I think that's always possible. Could have feathered the clutch a little more. But sometimes it, for some reason dies even when it really shouldn't. So let's see what we got. So as you all know, so this is the other part of Onion Camp Trail. So as you all know, I love my trials bike for fun. This is my favorite way to kind of get warmed up too. Is on the trials bike. So I noticed Robert was pulling his bike out of the shipping container while I was putting gas in this one. So I expect him to suddenly come upon me at any moment. Yep, I hear him. I think, kids, we are not alone on the trails here. So this is Onion Camp Trail. It is our first original trail. Kind of more of a double track than a single. A little rocky through here. I like to warm up on this one because it's pretty easy. A couple spots that are a little more challenging, but for the most part, it's pretty easy and fun. Easy and fun. He's right behind me. And I am in, I think, third or fourth right now on this little trials bike. So we had a lot of rain, and then the last 2 or 3 days it hasn't rained, and we had high winds. As a result, our trails, the soil is looking kind of perfect. Yesterday might have even been a little bit better, a little more tacky, a little less dry, but today looks pretty good too. So this is the elevator shaft. We have the secret trail down there. We'll take you on that later. That was another little section I struggled with when I first started riding these trails, but I haven't for a while. This is bunny ears coming up because we have 2 trees together. We also have the Kevin Trail up there, which is a little more challenging. Maybe a lot more challenging. It's just kind of wild and overgrown. And that is Onion Camp over there. This trail is named for the fact that there's a lot of wild onions that grow here in the spring. I just read somewhere that there have been morel mushroom sightings lately. It's kind of cool, so we're going to have to go looking for them. We'll see if he wants to go around, because I'm pretty slow. Okay, so that was Onion Camp. This took us to the main road. Okay, so this is the main road. And this is going on to Blueberry Camp. Actually, this is the new main road. And from here, we'll go Blueberry Camp Trail. So this is still the new main road. We have a total of about 3.5 miles of trails here. And we ride them all the time. So we were just discussing going out to St. Joe tomorrow, but tomorrow's Easter, and we think it's going to be packed and crazy. So instead, we're going to invite everybody to come over here and ride. Maybe I'll see even if everybody wants to come over and camp and ride. That might be fun. That might be a lot of fun, actually. Okay, so this is Blueberry Camp Trail. Blueberry Camp is right down there. We haven't really developed Blueberry Camp. It's just kind of a level spot. We camped there one time in the snow, but that's been pretty much it. And this is Blueberry Hill. We have the A side and the B side. The A side is easy. The B side, not as easy, but still easy enough. Okay, so this is Blueberry Camp Trail. Now we are going to come back down the new main road. I think the trials bike is kind of an amazing workout, and the reason I say that is because you're standing the whole time. Now we're going to go past Ameren Camp, and that's where we usually have people camp. When people come over and we camp here, it's usually there. We're building an outhouse over there for Ameren Camp. I guess it could work for Blueberry Camp as well. So now we're going to take the Naked Pygmy Trail. This is our newest trail. Robert built it just, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. And we've been kind of riding on it and playing on it. It's really pretty tight and kind of challenging. And it's our newest trail. There's a couple spots that I find a little challenging. I'm just starting to get used to one of them. Let's see here. There's this little spot I call the humpy bit. It's just kind of I don't know if it's an old, bunch of dirt that's sitting on a dirt mound that's from a tree that had gone down. I'm not sure. But I refer to this as the humpy bit. And the humpy bit makes me a little nervous. There it was. But I'm getting used to it now. So the fun thing on my trials bike with these really tight little turns is that, lost traction there a little bit, is that you can go pretty slow on the trials bike. Slower than you can probably on your regular dirt bike, at least I can. And because of that, I tend to be able to ride things a lot tighter and without dabbing. I always like to remind myself to look ahead. The other spot here that I struggle with a little bit, you'll see right now, and that is these two trees here that you have to get through. And the problem is, of course, with these two trees, is that you got to get through your handlebars through one and then the other. And I'm not really super good at that. So it's still a challenge for me. Like I say, I don't ride this trail very fast. It's just a little too tight to be able to ride all that fast, in my opinion. Now, Robert rides it a whole lot faster than I do, so that probably dispels that myth. But for me, I can't ride it all that fast. This one's a little hard on my dirt bike, easier on the trials bike, because like I say, I can really slow it down on the trials bike and be a little more deliberate. This spot here is tough for me too. I've gotten caught up on that, hit my front tire into that before and stopped me dead. So am I a little nervous? Maybe. This spot too. Alright, well, I just dabbed way too many times back there. Maybe a little embarrassed about that. Another spot here, this one's a little tough on the dirt bike. Easier on the trials bike. This spot here is pretty tough on the dirt bike. Definitely more doable on the trials bike. And this spot here I've been struggling with a little bit lately, but I think we can do it without too much trouble right now. Perfect. That's the first half. Second half of the Naked Pygmy Trail is right here. And there's another little humpy bit, smaller than the last one here. Oh, kind of hit my boot on that a little bit today. There's a couple old logs that are rotting away. Not bad. This is another spot. Okay, this is the hardest spot here, I think. I think it is. Well, coming into the hardest spot here, maybe. Ooh. Alright. And I totally dabbed and blew that one. Okay, and then this spot right there. I totally dabbed on that too. So far so good on the gear oil or whatever it was that I lost back there. We're going to try this one too. I've been trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, so I just cut out one part, but I successfully did the first part, which I haven't been able to do yet, so that's something. Alright. Now we're going to come down here. This part was really hard for me for a while. But I just did that pretty good, so no complaints there. Oh, yikes. Alright, so that was the Naked Pygmy Trail. Now this is taking us into Superman Jump Trail here. And we're gonna cut across here onto the single track, which comes into the Lakeside Trail. So this is a single track. This one was really hard for me for a long time, and I'm still struggling with it on my dirt bike. I actually was doing pretty good with it on my KX100. But since I got my beta, I haven't quite got my mojo going with it yet. So still working on it. Still a work in progress. It's one of our harder trails. They're harder than the Naked Pygmy in places. In places, it is. So I think this was the second trail we built on the property. So now we're coming down into the gully, which is still part of the single track. We had a heck of a mud mess here the other day. It's kind of gone now. Okay, we got a leaf pile you wouldn't believe here. There's rocks underneath here that you can't see, and so sometimes they'll kind of send you sideways. Alright. Now we're coming down onto Porcupine Ridge, which is pretty steep, and it's a downhill. I like to just kind of crawl down it and look out ahead, try to stay loose. Okay. And now we're going to go on to the next part. And I struggled with this one for the longest time. It really wasn't until I got my trials bike that I was able to do this part. I don't know why, but I seriously struggled with that for a long time. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down into the kind of dry creek bed. Wet weather runoff, I guess is what it kind of is. And up the big hill, which was another thing I struggled with for a long time. Finally got where I could ride it fairly well. We just did a quick little change. There's also more leaves like crazy, and you can't see the rocks under the leaves, so that's always kind of crazy. These trails here, it's so good if you can kind of force yourself to look up ahead. Oh, geez. Oh. Like I say, those rocks kind of kick you sideways because you can't see them till you're up on them. And this is a crazy hill. This is probably our most challenging hill that we've got. All right. And from here now, I think we're going to go with a higher gear. I think I was in third. We just went to fourth. So this bike has a gigantic rear sprocket, and it's super low geared. So as a result, or tall geared. Is it tall geared? Maybe it's tall geared. Anyway, as a result, you know, you're really, first gear is such a granny gear, you almost never use it. It's not even, you know, comfortable. It's kind of herky-jerky and hard to ride with. Second gear, second, third, fourth are the usual gears that I ride in. Okay, so this is the Lakeside Trail. Kind of the beginning of it where we came off of the single track. Or maybe this is still single track. I'm not sure. Maybe this is single track, and then we're coming into the Lakeside Trail. I think that's the actual thing. Okay, now we're on Lakeside Trail. And this spot through here is a little tight also. Kind of weaves its way through. Easy on the trials bike, not as easy on the dirt bike. And that was, we now have to go around this big log that fell across our trail. Kind of thinking I just want to take a chainsaw and cut that down, or cut that one log where it falls over the other one. I think that would be good. Then we'll have about 3 little small logs to get over, kind of like on Rocky Rockville. And then we'll just go straight down the trail and over it. Okay, so now we're going to go back over the main road. And maybe we will come back over here and go back onto Onion Camp. I think that sounds like a good idea, don't you? Maybe we'll see about riding a secret trail. That one's fun and hard. I mean, frankly, it's pretty hard. Okay, so this is the Onion Camp Trail, probably the longest straight stretch on the whole property. All right, and like I said, I think we're going to check out the secret trail. And I don't know, that one changes every time you ride it. It's different because it's a wet weather runoff. And so it's never the same twice. We just had a bunch of rains. I was out walking the dogs earlier and it looked dry. But probably everything has been moved on it. There's still probably some puddles. And there's still probably some puddles and just big holes. That's kind of what it's known for. There's rocks everywhere. You never know. You can never ride the same line, you know, 1 week to the next because of how much it changes. Okay, back down the hill. And here's where we're gonna go off and hit the secret trail. I'm not quite sure I recall how to get down here. All right, now I'm sitting on the trials bike like a weenie. Let's get back up on it. Okay, so this is the secret trail, and if you can see, it's just a bunch of rocks. All right, and as I just said, you never know what you're going to get here. Whoa, woo! Okay. See if we can weight this and get this up over here. Back on the bike. Okay, this is often a mess. Hello? Thought I heard him.
You guys can't hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I can hear you now.
All right. Trying to kind of
now, when you get this like that log back there, you got to back up so your back tire's not against it.
Yeah.
We had some good rain, so it's definitely
different.
Some stuff up.
I was just talking about how this is different every time we ride it.
Every time it rains, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to figure out kind of where to go with this.
Now just drive all the way through. There you go.
All right.
I was looking at over here, maybe.
So, got my, all right, let's see here now.
A lot of clutch. Look ahead, look ahead. Keep your momentum up. Don't let your wife stuff you.
Yeah, that. I think, whoa, oh, I should have come up over there.
Yeah.
So this is a spot that kind of always freaks me out. He does it. I'm always scared of it. Because it just seems like such a... And he rides right up. My bike died.
You just got to attack it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like a 10-foot pert near vertical wall. Pert near.
Yeah. My bike died.
This is the secret trail.
This is the secret trail, and this is the worst part to me is trying to get off of this thing with this vertical wall. This is the part where I have to overcome fear. Okay. So, let's just do it.
More gas.
Woo!
Clutch. You let the clutch out.
Well, that was
should not let the clutch out. You gotta slip the clutch all the way. Okay, go get your bike. It's upside down.
Yeah, it is definitely upside down.
There's a stump on it. You needed to be slipping the clutch all the way up.
It was kind of dramatic.
It was definitely interesting. I haven't seen that style yet.
You know, it was different for sure.
So I'd grab the front tire and pull it this way.
Yeah, I think so too.
Get it off the tree. Might have to kick that stump off of it.
Yeah, fortunately the stump is dead. Old and dead. Ugh. We got the handlebars buried in. Ugh.
That's right. It'll come out. Yeah, good job.
Let me drag the rear wheel kind of out of that.
I just come to this
stump.
side and lift it up. Hey, you got a stump there. Just come over here and lift it. There you go. Yeah, I was wanting to get that stump out of there.
Whew.
I didn't know my wife was a stump puller. The good news is you're at the bottom, so you get to try again.
Shit. Really? That kind of sucks ass.
Well, you need to slip the clutch all the way up. Hopefully your throttle's not broken or anything there. Probably could have grabbed your front tire, but you were never pulled the clutch in.
I don't know. It was
Bit your levers good.
Yeah, they were already bent. Okay, so I got to do this again.
Right.
That was the worst thing about having my bike land upside down, having to come down here and retrieve it, is now I got to do it again.
Yeah.
All right, as if the last time wasn't dramatic enough, we got to do this again.
And it's going to take a bit for your bike to start because it was upside down.
Yeah, that's very true there.
Just full throttle and kick it a few times.
All right.
You got to poop again.
Thank you for sharing that to my viewers, honey.
Yeah, we had Mexican food last night. Man, I'm just like pooping a storm up today. It's like a little... Ooh, look at that first kick.
What the heck?
It's like a poo phenomenon.
So you think third? I don't think third. I don't think third will do it.
Whatever you do, you got to drive as fast as you can from there to the bottom, and then you're just cruising the rest of the way up. And slipping your clutch all the way. Just watch your clutch in, folks. But just lets it out. Just drive hard. Keep your RPMs up as high as you can. I'll try to grab your front tire this time.
Yeah.
But I think last time it would have made you tumble down the hill.
Maybe.
Because it would have stopped the bike from going around, and then you would have went down.
You know, I've done this before, though. That we did a trials class, or, trials day in Chester, actually, where they were teaching us to do something really just like this.
Oh, yeah.
And I did that okay.
Yep.
All right. I think I was maybe a little
Let's go.
faster
Lean forward and drive hard.
All right.
This is what you should hear your motor do.
All right, let's...
Not like, because you will
try.
flip again. Drive in hard. Full throttle, slip the clutch all the way. Right? Because you're full throttle.
Whoa, wait. I lost my balance.
You need to be full throttle.
I don't actually think I need to be full throttle.
No, you do. Because your throttle controls your RPMs, your clutch controls your speed. So you could be full throttle and go really slow, but you need to be full throttle to get your drive up here. Hard. There you go.
Woohoo!
I didn't think you were going to make it, but you leaned forward enough that you didn't wheelie and you made it. High five.
Yes. Okay, that was the first time I've ever made an actual good run up that hill.
Yeah, that is the first time she made it to the top on her pegs, not on her feet.
Yeah.
On her feet, on her pegs, I should say.
So sometimes it just takes trying to get the fear out of your head. And I think for me, it took really realizing that I had done something very similar successfully.
Lead the way, love. You keep me alive.
I keep you alive because I'm not going fast, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm really not going fast. I'm on my trials bike. Okay, so that was the secret trail.